Hello and welcome to Hot Gates Gaming for my second Guild Ball match report. So guys, you're here with your host James, and we are for episode 2 of Abattoir Way Days. And today we're very, very lucky to welcome a good friend of mine. I think we're becoming quite good friends, aren't we?
I think we can say that.
We've seen each other a little bit more. From Guild Ball Informer, it is the wonderful, the marvellous, the very tall. We've had to set the camera up a bit differently. It's Chris Hay!
Hello.
Welcome to Hot Gates Gaming.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure, yes. Many more, I hope. We'll see.
How did you find Abattoir Way Days episode 1? Did you enjoy it?
Fantastic, yes. I love all the interaction, the getting close with the zooming in and stuff, and really seeing the dice rolls and stuff. I think it really adds another dimension to the game. Get much more of the feel of Guild Ball, so like a film. I did really enjoy it, so
thank you very much for the feedback.
Continue on that.
Yeah, we've had some great feedback for it. If you guys are enjoying this series, then make sure that you back it. Check out the links in the video description below, because I want to be able to do even more of these. So today, of course, we're going to be coming back with, I'm going to say my butchers, but Ellie Bridge, a member of the community, has stolen my butchers and then passed them about the lads. So
we've all got one, so we can't use them anymore. We've all got one each.
So I am actually going to be using yours today.
You are?
Now you are, I would say that you are probably a couple of levels up from me as a player. You've done quite well in tournaments and the like, haven't you? And you are actually going to be using your signature team today.
I am, yes. I'm going with my Union, so yeah, my love.
So a great opportunity, one for all of you new Union players out there, or people who are thinking about including Union in their starting teams, maybe to give it another level. It's going to give you, no, don't do it, or do it. They seem to be the answer to everything. They really, really do. But also for any of you more experienced guys who want to tailor against Chris Tactic, you can watch this video over and over again.
I'm shoot myself in the foot here.
That's the problem with making these videos. So what we're going to do is we're going to get down onto the board and we're going to show you the teams right now. So here we go, it's the Butchers team I'm going to be playing, and as you can see, this is Chris's marvellously painted team. So a wonderful opportunity to look at maybe some other different Butcher colour schemes, but also some different Butcher models as well, or models or model. This here is the limited edition. He was the Kickstarter Ox, so there's a few of them knocking about, but not as common, of course, as the main starter one. Now, if you want to know a little bit more about this team, you can go back and have a little look at episode 1 of Abattoir Away Days, because we'll run through them in a little bit of depth. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you their opponents across the pitch, looking menacing. It's the Union, and here we go. Cries of filthy, filthy Union from the crowd. And it's because they're a very, very competitive team. They seem to have players that can fulfill every single role, really good combinations. So who is your team captain, Chris Hay?
So my team captain is Blackheart here for you. So this is actually the Kickstarter Blackheart as well. The normal one, he's sort of stood in more of a dynamic pose, but here he's looking very commanding, which fits very well with some of his abilities.
He looks a little bit like the other version of Ox in some ways.
He does, yes. Both of them are, yeah.
Very, very similar.
And then on the right hand side is Hemlock.
What kind of things does Hemlock bring to the team?
So Hemlock is sort of border control. So after the errata, she falls back sort of behind the line, supporting the team. She can throw out some AoEs. She can try and blind opponents to make them less effective.
Poor ball.
Poor ball. So we'll see how that goes today. But yeah, she's a good all-rounder. She can play football, so she's got a bit of everything. And then next to Blackheart, my favourite character of all time, the one I actually dressed up as, fancy dress.
You did, yeah. Go and check out the Guild Ball groups on the various Facebook pages, see if you can find a picture of that. It was incredible.
So this is Rage. So One Track Mind, he is about killing, and that is pretty much it. So he's very similar to Ball in terms of free charging and quite influence efficient. So hopefully,
something that people don't tend to mention that often is also the ability to tool up as well.
Indeed, yes. So if there are turns where he's not in range of anybody, he is very good at at making other people that much more effective. And then next to him is the best mascot in the game. It's Coin. So this is Blackheart's little pet, where he feeds all of the Union's money so nobody can get it. But he's awesome in game. He's a 2-inch melee model. So for a mascot, that is huge, and he's got a lovely ability where he can give influence to other members of the team and free use of bonus time, so that's effective. And then next along the line is my second favourite player. This is Gutter. So she, as people will probably know, is amazing. So
would be great in my team.
Would be fantastic.
I think she's great in most teams.
Yeah, she can play for Brewers, Butchers, and Union. She is and Fisherman. She's fantastic. Damage and movement abilities, moving players around, as well as being able to play football. 3-6 kick, so she's not bad at playing football too. And then last but not least, we've got Mist. So probably the other end of the spectrum to Rage is on the pitch for one thing, and that is for scoring goals. So yeah, we'll hopefully get a couple from him today.
So a real good mixture of a Union team. Very, very interesting there, that not one kind of all-out build for damage, not an all-out build for scoring the goal. A real good mix, and I'm sure it's going to be a good game, shall we say. So we're going to kick on. We're going to get things started right away. So we have just rolled to see who chooses to kick or receive, and Chris got the highest score and has chosen for me to kick the ball to him so he can receive it. So I've deployed first with the Butchers, and we've gone for this, and we're going to get ball kicking out for a little bit of a change. That's what we did last week. In the meantime, the Union have set up across the way. Quite a bit of damage going on in the middle there, and some of the fast players out on the wings. At this point, I'm going to be moving Ball out to kick the ball, so we're going to come back as he's doing that. And with Ball kicking the ball out, remember during this game everything will be pre-measured. He is going to be moving his 4 inches just up to there, and he's going to be choosing to kick the ball straight out ahead of him between the two damage dealing teams there. Now he's only got a kick of 1 and 6, so we're going to roll this and see if it's a success. Yeah. And it is a success, so we're going to see what direction it goes. Chris is going to get his template, he's going to put it over, and this is going to go in the direction of 6. Ooh, whoops. And it's going to go in the 6, 3 inches. I'm going to choose to re-roll this. It's going to go in the 5, and it's going to go 4 inches in the 5. So we're going to keep that. Ball's going to go in that direction, and we're going to get ourselves started into this game. So with the ball scattering out there across the field deep into the Union half, this is how influence has been allocated. So over here we have Mist, is it? Mist has got 3, Blackheart has got 2, Gutter has got 4, Rage has got 1, and Hemlock has got 2. In the meantime, Ball over here, he's got 1 influence, Shanker's got 4 in there, as has, oh no, Ox has got 3. Nothing on the Keeper Tenderizer back here, nor anything on the Dog, but Boiler also has 3. So with that, we're going to go into the Union. So Union's first activation, Hemlock is going to be sprinting using 1 influence up towards the ball. The ball will snap to her, and she's going to be spending the other one to kick back to Gutter. So she's got a kick of 3, needing 4+ here. And she, oh goodness gracious me, she fluffs it. So of course that does mean that the ball is going to scatter. So puts it there, and you're going to roll the dice. Which direction? It goes in the 5. And it goes 2 inches in the 5. Now that does mean that you are not going quite behind. Are you going behind the goal?
Yeah,
not behind the goal, but behind your line.
So it lands within an inch of Blackheart,
and he's going to snap it to him.
He's going to pick it up.
He's going to snap to him, and with that, that's the end of Union activation. We're going to go into the Butchers. And Princess is moving for the Butchers, and she's just going to be doing a base move, 6 inches just to there, back to the Union. We're coming in with Raged activation, and he's going to spend 1 to tool up Gutter. That is going to mean that Gutter can do 1 more damage if she gets in on something, which could be horrendous. And then, is he going to move up?
No.
He's going to be staying where he is. So we're going to go back to the Butchers. So we're coming in back with the Butchers, and the lovely Tenderizer here, posed a little bit differently from what you might have seen before. It's just going to do his movement for free, remember. If you can do a normal jog for free, he's just going to move up into that position there, and it's back over to the Union. Coin is now activating, and he's going to be giving Bag of Coffers, which allows you a free bonus time and a free point of influence to Gutter. So you can see Gutter is getting well tooled up here, ready to do some stuff, and then he's just going to do his basic jog just out to that position there. Ooh, a bit of bait, maybe a bit of bait. No, don't do it. Don't do it. So we're coming in with Ball again. We pre-measured this, that's why the token's back there. He's just going to be moving back there just for his 4 inches. Damn right. blocking off there, and that obviously is wasted. So we give everything back over to the Union. So it's the turn of the Union captain, Blackheart. He's going to pass the ball to Gutter. He's also going to be doing his legendary play, which apparently pushes everybody 2 inches in any direction that you want.
It is.
So getting a little bit of a jump on me there, despite me running away. So he's going to pass the ball, and he's got a kick of 3. He's got a kick of 3. So we need to see some 4+, hopefully a little bit better than before. And he gets it there. So the ball goes to Gutter. Gutter's now got the ball. And then Gutter, because you've got a momentum, you're going to spend that momentum to do, what's it called?
Pass and move.
Pass and move, because there's 2, isn't
Give and
there?
go, I'm not sure which one it is.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing which one's which. I think they both mean the same thing, but Gilbore's managed to give them different definitions. Brilliant. And then his legendary play.
Pushes everybody 2 inches.
So
everybody within 8.
Anybody within 8, which of course can be
everybody
in your team.
Apart from Rage, because he's a maverick, so he ignores all friendly character plays.
Fantastic. So we're going to come back when everybody has been pushed. And as you can see, all the Union players have all moved around 2 inches, and that means Blackheart is coming back in with his sprint, and he's going to be moving up 7 or 8 inches, is it? 7 inches? 7 inches, just to that point there. Boom. That's the end of the Union activation. So we're going to come in now, because Boar is just going to move back a little bit here, just to that position. A little bit cowardly, I know. And he's going to spend 2, and he's going to spend that 2 to do... Oh, sorry, 1. He's going to spend 1, although it doesn't matter, everything will be going, to do Tough Skin, and he's going to do Tough Skin on Shank there. Tough Skin, and that means +1 armour. So it's back to Union activation, and Mist is going to be moving quite fast. She's starting off by a cover, which means she gets +2 inches. So she's going to be moving 10 inches in this direction, or sprinting up 10 inches to there. Once she gets 10 inches there, she's also going to then spend 1 to where they go, 4 inches up to that position. And then she's going to spend again, how much does it cost?
1.
1, and she's going to be popping smoke, which of course is going to provide a bit of cover, give a bit of protection there, so the captain and Coin in that position can see that it could be potentially a little bit threatened. And with that, we're going to go back over to the Butchers. So he's back to the Butchers, and you know, it's tough having Gutter back there with all of that threat. It's very, very, very tough to know what to do, playing a bit defensively. We're going to come back in here now with Boiler. So what Boiler's going to do is he is going to just do his normal jog up to this position here, just behind the dog, just like so. And then he's going to spend 2 to do Swift Stance, which he's going to do onto Boar, which is going to give him +1 defence. And he's also going to spend 1 to do Marked Target, and he's going to do that Marked Target on Mist, which I believe is a 6-inch thing. Okay, so he's got to roll for that, and it only costs 1, so it's 1 dice, isn't it? And her defence is, so needing a 5. Nope, gets a 1, so that doesn't go off, and that's how it's looking after the Butcher's activation. It's only Gutter looking ever so deadly over there to go next. So we're going to get some nasty gutteriness here. Gutter is just going to walk up, and she's going to walk up to this point here, which is 6 inches away from Boar. She is going to spend 1 plus the bag of coffers, so the free bonus time to try and chain grab Boar. Now she will need 3 because he's got his Swift Stance on him. So needing 3s to move him up to 4 inches towards her. He smashes it. So Boar is now going to move up 4 inches away. Now he kept well out of the 6 inches there of tenderizer. So now you've got a whole 4 dice to start doing all your crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're spending 1 to hit, and you've got attack 5. So 5 dice here, needing 3s. So you get 4. So you get 4 there.
Yes.
And I'm going to let you have my card. That's going to be a lot easier. So 4 on the playbook gets you up to...
chain grab. Scything blow.
Scything blow.
But I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to do scything
because
blow.
it will hit Blackheart. So it hits everybody within 2 inches.
Oh, that's a shame.
So the positioning wasn't great. So I'll do 2 momentous damage, which goes to 3 because I'm tooled up.
So you're going to do 3 momentous damage there. So not great for Boar, and you're going to go straight into your next hit here. Okay, so needing those 3s. What do you get? Oh, not great this time. You got 2. So I believe that's a momentous.
Momentous 1, which goes to 2.
So it's going to be another 2 damage to Mr. Ball. And then coming in again. And that time, all of them hit.
So I'll do chain grab.
So you're going to chain grab. So you're going to chain grab in.
Your dog.
Oh wow, very nice. So there you go, learning something there. He's going to move up, and of course you don't have to roll for it because you got it on your playbook.
Correct.
Okay, so you've got 2 more hits here. And who are you hitting?
Boar.
So still on Boar, so still needing 3s. And only 1 misses that time.
So I do siding blow.
So you're going to do siding blow this time.
This will actually hit Blackheart.
So we're going to do
4.
So we're doing 4 damage all round there. So 4 on the mascot, 4 on Boar,
4 on my guy. Blackheart.
4 on your guy. So I'll pass up Princess to you. I'm just going to do 4. And you've got 1 left, 1 influence left, that right?
No, because I had 5. How many times have I hit you? 1, 2, 3. And I pulled you in and I did a chain grab.
You certainly did. So there you go. So that's the end.
And
Things live, which is reasonable news. You got 4 momentum, so you're putting yourself in a real good position for next turn. And with that, we're going to go back over to the Butchers. So with the Butchers lagging behind on the momentum front, it's time for Star Butchers player. I love this guy. Gotta love Shank. He's going to run up. He's spending 1, and he's going to run up into base contact. He's not charging. He's not going to charge. He's going to go up into base contact there with Gutter. And at this point, he's going to proceed to start hitting. So I'm going to get my dice together, and we're going to see what happens. So here we go, Shank's first attack. He's going to spend 1. He's got tack 6, and it's 4s, 1 armour. So there we go. We actually get
another 1 as well.
I've got another 1 dice.
I'm engaged.
Oh, because you're engaged there. So we'll roll another 1, and that doesn't matter. So it's 4s, 1 armour. So we take those away, and we take 1 of those away as well. So we got 3 hits. So you can have a little look at Shank's playbook here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 2. So with 3, he's just going to do 2 damage there. Momentous 2 damage, which is going to take us up to 1 momentum, which is what we're hitting her for, and he's not going to do his 1-inch dodge, and we're going to come back for the next attack. So Shank's going to hit again, and let's see what he gets this time. So 4s, 1 armour. So that was much better. So we got 4 hits there. We got 4 hits, which means he could do 3 damage and a 1-inch push. Now, has Gutter got, what's she got health? 10 health in total?
She has 12 left, she has 14.
So you got 14 to start with. So I'm going to have a little think about what I'm going to do now. So what Shank is actually going to do is he's going to tackle. It's a momentous tackle, so we're going to go up to 2 momentum. We're going to take the ball, and then we're going to spend that final 1, and we're going to, where they go, 4 inches to here. Try and get as close to the cover as we possibly can. Good stuff, and that's it. That's going to take us towards the end. So this is how the table is looking. So a bit of damage there done to the dog, and also to Big Man Boar, but something there on Gutter as well, and a little bit closer on the momentum front, which is what we wanted really, because who goes first could be very, very important. So with that, I believe we roll.
Yep.
So best of luck. You've got +2 on me. Things are removed. Tough skin, swift stance, it all goes away. So what does the mighty Chris Hay get? He gets a 5. It's unassailable. It's unassailable, so that does mean that the Union are going to be going first. And it's our table going into turn 2. So you can see the Union have allocated their influence like so. Gutter looks like she's going to be hitting big, as does the big guy, the leader, Blackheart. He's got a total of 5 influence on him. The rest, however, not as much. Not as much there at all, but I think some things are going to go down. In the meantime, a lot of influence there on Shank. We've actually put a couple there on Tenderizer as well, just a bit of an option. While Boar is of course engaged, and we've got Boiler and the Captain a bit out of it there, a bit too far out of it. Don't like it. So with that, we're going to go into Union Activation 1. So we're coming in now because Blackheart himself is doing his Shadow-like 2-inch dodge to there. Does he get that for free?
He does, yeah.
He gets that for free. And then from there, he is then going to be doing his charge. And he's going to be charging Shank up into that position there. So he's spending 1 for that. Now he has ended an advance within 6 inches of Tenderizer. So Does that mean that Tenderizer gets the charge? Ooh, how interesting. But why have you done this? Oh no, I get worried when good people do stuff like this. Okay, we're going to come back and see what goes on next. So Chris has informed me that this is in fact a simple mistake. But could it be? We don't know. Okay, so he's actually going to do his charge. And he's going to charge up. He's going to charge up so he's engaging both here. Could be stupid. Might not be. We shall see. So with him getting his charge, he's going to get 4 extra dice and get another 1 because of Shank, and then he is tack 5. So we'll get those dice together now.
And you lose 1 for gutter.
And lose 1 for gutter, so that'll just take away from what Shank's there. So here we go. Tenderizer, needing 3s, but Blackheart does have 2 armour, just like a Mason. Let's see, what can we get? We need a good roll. So it's not terrible, and we take away 2 there, so we've got 4. Now 4 should let me do what I want to do, which is going to be a knockdown. So we're going to do a knockdown on 3 there. So Blackheart is going to be going down onto the floor. So I've changed my mind. I was thinking I could probably go on and score, really. Do the hit to get the momentum, you know, where they go up, do the run, have a pop shot. But then that does leave Shank very vulnerable because Rage is back there. And it does mean that when that ball bounces out, you will almost certainly score, taking it to 4-4, whereas I've got a chance to take out the captain. So we've just pre-measured this, and this is what we're going to do. So Shank's going to keep the ball, and he's just going to walk around so that he's within 4 inches. I love the fact that your Shank is the only other Shank that I've seen that's still got the chains. And he's going to walk around here, which is going to put him 4 inches within Box's the aura, but within 2 inches of poor Mr. Blackheart on the floor. And he's going to spend 1. Now remember, he's tack 7, but it's going to be 2s, 2 armour, and we are also going to get the extra dice as well. It's tack 6, isn't it? So it'll go to tack 7 from there, and we do have the +1 damage. So we think with 12 health that we might get him. What do we reckon, Chris? We think he might go down.
He might be dead.
So let's get together those dice. Okay, so we've got 7 dice. That's right. So we've got 7 dice here. We need 2s with 2 armour. No 1s, please. Brilliant. Okay, so there we go. So we've got 5, and we look at his playbook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to do the 3 momentous damage, which is going to become 1. Sorry, going to become 1. Going to become 4. So that's going to be 4. So that's the first lot, and we spend again. So that's the kind of rolling that we need here. Okay. So again. And again, it's exactly the same again. So we're going to do 4 damage and we go up to 2 momentum. We're going to spend the next one, and there's 4 left. So, can we do it? No 1s. No 1s again. 2 go away, and again it's 4 damage, and that's going to kill him. So that takes up to 4 momentum, and Shank still has 1 influence left, and we'll work out what he's going to do now. So there we go. Shank really earned his pay there, and he's going to spend that final 1 just to do a where'd they go, and he's going to be moving up just to within cover there with the ball, and that's going to hand it back over to Union activation. And a wonderful shot of Mr. Hayes. Beautiful goal there. 2-0 to the Butchers at the moment. We're coming back in because Gutter is going to be doing some hitting, unless he's changed his mind.
I have changed my mind.
He has changed his mind.
Hemlock's just going to try and blind them too.
Makes sense. Okay, so Hemlock, it's an 8-inch range, isn't it?
6, isn't it?
Is it 6? I think it's an 8-inch range.
Blind 6 inches.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
There you go. You can tell that I've not been looking at her enough for the Alchemists when I start playing them. So moving to there. And you have to roll to hit both, do you? Or
do, yes.
Okay, so first of all you'll need 2s on ball, and it costs 1, so...
Just 1.
Costs 1.
1 dice. 2s for ball.
And goes off on him.
And Tenderizer.
And Tenderizer, needing 3s, and it goes off. So both of them are blind, and that's -4 movement.
And -4 attack.
And -4 attack, wow. So that's pretty nasty. So there we go. So we're going to come back in with the rest of the Butcher's movement. So I've decided that blind is awesome, absolutely awesome. So we've just been discussing that because I am taking on some Alchemists at some point, so that should be pretty good. I'm coming back in because, for better or for worse, the Princess is going to just move around there, just so it's engaging both Gutter and Hemlock. And there we go, back over to the Union. So it's mascot after mascot. So with that, Coin is going to be moving up, seeing the threat there from Boiler setting things up, of course. It is a bit of a game like that. Coin is going to be moving itself in just outside of 2 inches there, just for that maybe moment when Gutter decides to do a siding blow, but within an inch of ball. Yeah, of course. So can't get through there, and it's back over to Butcher activation. So Butcher's activation, and it's going to be Boiler, not deterred, of course, by the snake there. He's going to, first of all, he's going to do mark target on Gutter there. So Gutter is 4s, is it?
Yep.
So 4s. And he gets the 4, that's very important. It's got an 8-inch range. That cost 1. And then he's actually just going to move up. He's moving up by the terrain there, just so he's an inch away, and he's going to strike at whatever missed. Whatever she's called. He's going to strike at missed. So he's tack 5, I think. And hitting missed is what? 6? Hitting 5s, no armour?
No armour.
So 5s, nice roll, please. Well, so we get 3. Okay, now Boiler's got a pretty decent playbook, I think. So he is going to do a momentous 2 damage. And that takes us up to 5 there. 2 damage there on missed, and it's back over to the Union. So Gutter's going for it. She's showing her cards. It's a dangerous moment.
She's crying because Blackheart's dead.
She's not very happy. She's going to go for it. Now she's got 5 infancy. She's just going to try and hit Bort. Now she can kill Bort, but she has to hit. And remember, it's -1 dice, -1 dice, +1 dice there. Okay, so you've got 4 dice, and you can't roll a single 1. This is where you're going to roll like 3 ones on your first one. Don't do it.
That's amazing.
That is.
You couldn't find this.
We say this on the GBHL podcast. That is called a hashtag Bosh. Chris, you're not supposed to do that. By the way, that wasn't like me being mean laughing. That is just awesome. Wow. So that's 1 gone. So Bor's not going to die.
Should have done that. Use my bag of coffers to get an extra dice.
Yeah, so that's like your 3. Oh yeah, so it's not 5 inches, it's bonus time. So you've got 5 dice.
That is an influence as well.
Oh, it's an influence as well. Okay, so here we go. You roll 1, but at least the other 4 have hit, so you can do your
Should
side.
have done that first, because then I get a momentum to bonus time every time after.
Good stuff.
So 3, 2.
Just like to point out that Chris wouldn't normally play like this. He is setting up his future opponents. He knows that he doesn't want them to see all of his tricks. So you
want
want
the damage at the end.
you want to? I'll give you the cards because you can do it quicker than I can. There we go.
This is going to kill Doggy.
Probably going to kill Doggy. Okay, so you're going to spend that 1. So let's see what you get. You get 1. So you got your 4. So you do another 3, is it?
Yeah.
There we go. So that's the dog dead. So that means loved creature is going to go up. So I need to get that token. There is a loved creature token, which I don't think I've ever been able to use because people usually kill him right at the very end. Okay, and then you've got 1 more, is it?
2 more.
2 more. Here we go.
I'm using the bonus time, the momentum I just got.
Of course, no ones. Yep, so you got 1. So you got your siding blow off again. So it's another 3 damage on each of those.
So you should have done that first.
You should have done that first. But the wonderful thing is about making little mistakes like that, you probably will do 1 more time and then not again. Hey, and then you got all 5 there. So, and that's it.
And Gutter heals 1 damage every time she does damage, so she's back up to full 14.
So she's back up to full health there, and you can see just how good she can be. And we're going to go into the Butcher's activation. So it is the captain's turn. Remember, we've got mark target on Gutter. We've also got the +2 movement as well because of the dog. That does mean that Ox himself can charge up, and he's going to be charging up into base contact with Gutter, like so. Just like that, and he is going to pop up his legendary at the same time. Okay, so he's going to have an awful lot of dice. We're going to count up those dice, and we're going to see what happens. It's an awful lot of dice, but Gutter has chosen to counter-attack. We shall see whether that's a good move or not. Okay, so we need 4s here. The armour is ignored because the legendary. I can't physically fit the dice in my hand. Let's see what we get. We need to see lots. Okay, so we take those out, and we take those out, and it's that many. We're going to have a little look at his card now. That's 7. I think I can do quite a lot on that, and we'll see what he's going to do. So even with all of those, we've been debating it. It's been a wonderful thing about this game. It's been a fun game so far. having a good chat in between rounds, and even though he can do 5 momentous damage there, I am actually just going to knock down Gutter, because I even with 3s, but if you roll all 3 pluses on the 4 dice, Boar will die, and that's quite big for my plans for what's happening next. So with that, Gutter's going to be knocked down, and we're going to crack on into the rest of your activation. And it's time for Rage. So Rage is going to be charging up against Boiler there. So he gets his free charge, goes in a straight line, gets him just to about there, which is good. Okay, now he's going to get -1 dice, but +1 dice because of the cover, and it's 4s, 1 armour. So he is attack 6, and so you got 10 dice in total, needing 4s with 1 armour. And you do it. That's a lot of 3s and 1s.
1 armour.
But that's 6. That's 6. It's still pretty good.
It's not a wrap. 3 momentous.
So you can do 3 momentous damage there on Boiler, and of course that triggers his berserk, so he's going to get to go again. So this time just the 6 dice. Bleed of course on there now. So you've got the 6 dice, and again 4, or you need 1 more. No, you got 6. Okay, so here we go. What can you get? Oh, it's a much better roll, and 1 armour as well, so 4.
Same again.
So same again. So 3 momentous. So that's going to take you up to 3.
I spent 1 on the card.
Oh, you spent 1 over that. Brilliant. And then you get.
And then I spend that.
And then you spend your momentum to hit again. So you've got 6 here. So 4s, 1 armour. Okay, it's not terrible. You got 3.
Momentous 2.
So a momentous 2 damage.
1, 2, 3 from before, and 2.
And then you get your hit again there. And what? Okay, let's fluff it. And you do, so you only get 1 hit that time.
Momentous 1.
So momentous 1 damage. So that's going to take you up to 4 momentum, I believe. That's 4 momentum.
Yep.
Up to 4 momentum, and that means it's going to go back over to the butchers. So I'm going to come in now because we are going to get Tenderizer. Now remember, he's blinded, so a lot of attack down. Before we do that, we're going to spend 1 of our momentum there to heal himself. So we're going to wipe up 4 boxes. That's surprisingly difficult with your left hand. And we're going to spend another 1 here. Number 2, which takes us down to 4, to clear 4 of Boar's boxes, which takes him up to that point there. And then he is going to be hitting, so he's going to hit once. Although he's -4, because of Love Creature, that gives him +2, and then he also has the 2 crowding out here. Now it's 3s because Gutter is knocked down, and no armour because of Ox's legendary play. So this is the first hit. That's not bad, so we've got 4 there. And with 4, we're going to do a momentous 3 damage, which goes to 5 damage. So that's momentous, and that gives us a point of momentum. And we're going to spend the next one to do exactly the same. So we've got our 5, was it?
Yeah.
So our 5 here, and let's see what we can get. Do a bonus time. I'm going to bonus time it. Give me an extra dice. Where did that come from? And there we go. So that's 4 again, and again that's going to be another 5 momentous damage, and that's going to take me up to 5. And there we go. So Gutter is down to 4. Is that right?
Yeah.
Gutter down to 4, and it's going to go back over to the Union activation. So a really, really, really gutsy, difficult decision. So talk through your predicament here. So you've got Mist. Mist is here, obviously engaging Boiler. Boiler's on 5 health, and of course, in your mind is the survival of Gutter. Does Gutter survive? Now, there's part of you which is, well, do you just accept that she's probably going to die and just set things up for next turn, or do you go and try and save her? And you seem to be swaying to the saving her side of it. Great fun, really fun game. So you seem to be decided, although you might change your mind again, that you're going to be hitting Boiler. You're going to go for it?
Yeah.
So hitting Boiler, 4s, 1 armour.
So +1 -1 for cover.
+1 -1. So you hit 1 hit.
So, not what I wanted.
Not what you wanted, so you can
one damage.
So you're going to do 1 damage to Boiler. Wow. Which means that you're not going to be able to dodge away and do your movement. So we'll mark that down now. So not getting what he wanted there. not getting what he wanted. Wanted the momentum. Could have weared the goad out, as you were explaining there, but just wanted that extra little bit of momentum. And then it's coming around there so you could do a little bit of the healing action and the like, but you are just going to choose to walk out now. Now that does mean you're going to take part in blows. We get +2 tack here, and it's 5s. We need a good result here, and we get 1. Okay, we get 1. So let's have a little bit of a look onto Boiler's card. So we get 1, and Boiler can do 1 damage. Is he within 6 inches of Ox? Not quite. So he's just going to do 1 damage against Mist, and she's going to trot on with her movement, and she's going to move up there, engaging. And at that point, Mist has decided to leave poor Gutter on the floor, but heal her 4. So she's now up to, how much health? 8. 8 health. This is going to be very, very close. Now, actually, that's a pretty good move, because otherwise I probably would have focused on killing the snake, because you're on the floor, and then probably charged in on Gutter. And you obviously saw that, which is why you did that. So what was really good about that movement is, of course, I'm probably going to kill Gutter, but by engaging here, it means that I'm not going for the snake, probably killing the snake, getting the 5 damage, and then killing Gutter anyway. So that's why Mist is in here. Now, I've obviously got -4 because of blind. I've got +2 because of loved creature, and it's +1, -1 because of all the crowd, +2, -2 because of all the crowding out. So here we need 3s. 3s with no armor because of legendary plate. And there we go. So that's 4, and that's going to be enough to do momentous 5 damage. We're going to go up to 6. I'm going to spend one of those straight away and just heal himself, and we're going to come in for his free attack. Yeah, this is exactly where the butchers want to be. This is what we're just discussing. It's looking pretty good. Now the predicament here is, you know, Gutter's on the floor. Obviously not going to be able to stand up first activation there, so I'm probably going to die then. But what is going to happen is that if I don't get the guaranteed, which I'm thinking here, I'm not going to be able to heal him. Now, he might be going anyway, but I need rage engaged, really, to tie that bit down there. So I am going to do the free attack. I am going to do it on Gutter here. So needing 3s, is it? 3s, no armour. And we get that number, which will easily be enough to kill her and generate 2. And I'm immediately going to spend that 2 to now heal or remove bleed. I'm going to have a think about that. And what we're going to do is we're going to heal him and take him to there, because he's going to be taking bleed damage, and that's it. There we go. So Gutter goes down, and we're on 5, you're on 2. This is how it's looking. I don't think anything else is left to go. So I've taken into account with a heal there that you'd have taken the bleed, so we'll take that off, and let's roll. So you've got 2 on your dice, I've got 5. So it's not absolutely guaranteed, although it's looking good. It's not bad, it's a 4. It's a 4. Can you not win?
That's 6. We're both on 6.
Both on 6. Oh, so we just keep on rolling.
Unless I get 5 or 6.
Okay.
5 or 6. You do 1 again.
And it goes to the butchers after a long deliberation, in which we've managed to get tea and a Diet Coke. Wouldn't normally drink this trash, but you know, obviously Shank can get up there, he can score, he can run up to there, and he can charge up to there, he can hit, he can get his 1-inch dodge, he can where they go, he can shoot. But we've got Gutter there on 4, you know, and we've also got the big dude Blackheart there, and you know, yes, he can dodge away again afterwards, but I think he'd be going down. And it's very, very, very tempting here to try and take out Mist. We've got a lot of influence on it. It will be 5 influence to get it. That's what we're going to go for. So he's tack 7. Okay. Here we go. She's got 9 health left, is that right?
Yeah, 9.
She's got 9 health left, so it's tack 7, and I do need 5s. Now it's +1, -1. Because we said that he's out, didn't we? So +1, -1, needing those 5s. Okay, that's good. We get the 2. That's great news.
You want 2 at the time?
No. Well, as long as I get 1 each time. So that's 2 damage, momentous 2 damage. So I'm going to get 1 there, and I'm going to spend that 1 immediately to bonus time, because I might as well. I'm going to bonus time. I'm coming again. Yeah, we get 3 that time. But again, he's not got a great playbook, I don't think.
It's 1 and then...
It's 4s that you need. So 1, which goes to 2 again. I'm going to spend that momentum straight away to hit again. So he's down to 3. Here we go. I need them all. Here we go. It's a lot of influence. So here we go. Okay, that's good. So we've got 2, which again is another momentous 2 damage.
This is a lot.
I'm going to spend again. Should do. Okay, yeah, we get the 2 again that we need.
Last one health left.
We've got 1 left health. We'll spend the next one. We're not going to bonus time this, we're going to keep that there. Move that 1 dice out of the way. No, we get the 1. Did she go down?
Yeah.
Brilliant. And I still had 1 left, is that right?
No, that was it.
That was all of it spent. Must have been all of it spent to get it. So there we go. So he's killed her. Can he move now as well?
Yeah.
So he's going to move.
Yeah, you engage still, by the way.
So I'm gonna move him up now. So what we're going to do is we're going to be moving Ox. He's going to be disengaging from a coin. He certainly is. So because he's leaving, you get an extra 2 dice. So you've got 4 dice here, and it's 3s with 1 armour. So that's it. So you get 2, and for 2,
Hamstring.
you're going to hamstring me, which is -4 movement, and you get to.
I get a follow up.
And you get a follow up, so you can move an inch. So just move my inch there in between.
So I move towards you.
And you still engage, and there we go. So it's back over towards Union activation. And also I'm going to spend his the 2 momentum that he gained just to heal Boiler and try and prevent him from dying. That's going to take me up to 9 health. And now we're going to go over to the Union. It's gorgeous Hemlock. She's going to be, did you say just walking over there? Mm-hmm. So she's just going to walk over to that point there. She's got walk of 6, yeah?
Yeah.
And from there she's going to try and blind Shank. So she's got 1 dice needing, it's a 50-50 chance. And he nails it. So that's it, so that's the goal not being scored this turn. And there we go. So it's back over to the Butchers. So we're coming in now because Tenderizer, the goalkeeper, he's just going to be moving 4 inches just round there and just engaging Miss Your Snake. And it's back over to the Union. So Rage isn't hitting the rock. Let's come around there. Rage is going to be hitting Boiler. So he's going to spend his 1. He's got tack 6, but it's down 1 dice because of the cover. 4s with 1 armour. And that's not great. So 1 hit.
1 momentous damage.
So momentous 1 damage on Boiler.
And bleed.
And bleed as well. And that must mean, of course, that you're going to get your free hit. So, of course, by healing Mr. Boiler, he's not going to die this time. You do gain that momentum, and none on that second attack. So Boiler manages to survive. However, he does have bleed on now, and you are, of course, up to 1 momentum. So it's back over to the Butchers. And we're back in here with a wonderful Mr. Shank. He is under blind, but he's going to spend 1. He's going to Where'd They Go, and he's going to be Where'd They Go in to here. And on his way, he's going to spend another 1, and he's going to kick the ball over to Tenderizer. So he's got a kick of 2, needing that 4+. He doesn't get it. Nice one. That's not what we want. Okay, so it's going to be where's your half there? It's underneath your dice there. Okay, that was great. That's not what we wanted. Okay, definitely not what we wanted. Okay, so where does it go? It goes in the 5. Oh, it's going to go 6 inches in the 5, which is probably going to be over there somewhere. Which we didn't want it. We're going to measure that out. About there. Wow. So not what we wanted. However, then the final 2 is going to be going in to charge in.
Has to be in a straight line.
Has to be in a straight line. Where was he there? So go in. Mind you, he's got a 2-inch melee, hasn't he? So he's just going to go in, so he's like that, and then we're going to come in with his strikes. So Shank, of course, is tack 6. He's got 2 for the crowding out, because of course these guys, although Ox is a little bit out. Now he would normally get a 4 for charging, but blind, very, very effective, is taking away those 4. Okay, so they need to do some damage here. 4s with 1 armour. Okay, not a great roll. There we go. So we've got 2, so we can do a momentous 2 damage, which goes up to 3. Which is going to give us that point of momentum and a 1-inch dodge, which we're going to do now. So here we go. I'm coming in with Gutter, and Gutter is just going to be moving up here. So as you can see, by killing, what was her name? Mist. By killing Mist. It's taken 10 influence out of the Union game here, so it's going to go straight back over to the Butchers. And of course, we're going to be using Boar, who's going to be striking that coin. So we are coming in with Boar, and Boar is going to be spending his influence here to make a strike at coin. Of course, he's got his 8 attack, and then he's also got an extra 2 dice for crowding out. Nothing extra there, I don't think. Okay, so needing 4s with the 1 armour. And we'll take away all of those. That was terrible. And the 1 armour. So we got 3 hits. Okay, well, luckily he's got a reasonable playbook. Well, 1, 2, 3. He's going to do momentous 2 damage, which is going to become 3 because of the aura, and gain the point of momentum. And of course, he's going to be able to hit again. And he needs to kill. He needs to kill. So he's going to spend 1 to bonus time. So Boar is going to be spending that momentum he just gained to bonus time, because he does need to get the 4 hits in. Got 3 last time. So needs a better roll. If I get a better roll than last roll was pretty terrible. So 4s with 1 armour. Ooh, that's much better. He's done it. That's 6, and that is going to be enough to kill him. So that's going to be 3, which becomes 4. And of course we get the 3 momentum points there. I'm going to spend 1 immediately to heal himself, and then he's going to get his free charge because he's now available, as they say. And Boar is now, of course, that he's not engaged, going to get to do his free charge, and he's just going to be moving up there to 2 inches away from this short rage. So he has charged, so we'll get our dice together ready for that attack now. Here we go, trying to do some damage on Mr. Rage. So it's 4s, no armour, +1, -1 because of the cover, but a boiler as well. So here we go, 12 dice. What can we get? Is that the right number of dice? That looks quite, not a lot. Doesn't look like a great roll. Let's take that away. And that's going to be 6 hits. So 6 hits with Boar is going to do momentous 3 damage, which is going to become 4. And we clock that over, and then we're going to get our free strike. Here we go. So it's his free hit. Now he's only got the 8 dice. So hopefully we're going to get 4 hits, at least. And that's not great. Okay, so we get 3. So we got 3 there from Boar, and he's going to do momentous 2, which is going to become 3 because of the aura. And we're going to go up to 4 momentum there. And that's going to be it. So we're then going to go over to Mr. Blackheart, who is going to not do much. So it was a very good turn for the butchers.
2-inch shadow line.
Probably the right decisions in retrospect. Probably. So he's done his shadow like to there, and as you can see, he's moving up behind Gutter. And there we go. So that is our pitch after turn 2. So much has gone on. It seems to be swinging in the way of the butchers. It seems that way. But who knows? Who knows what can happen going into the next turn? Should we roll?
Let's roll.
So you've got 1, I've got 2. I've got +3 on you here. What do we get? You get 3. I get 2. And that means that it's going to go to the butchers. Bleed is going to happen now on Boiler, so we'll lose that 3 health, and then we're going to go into allocation of influence. So this is how it's looking. This is where all of the influence is. It should be a butcher's victory, but we shall see. You can never speak too soon, because of course over here Mist is on the flank 4 influence, can get in there and score a goal. Is that going to be a priority for Chris, or is it going to be keeping some of his guys alive? So we are coming in here because Mr. Boar has this got a 1-inch or 2-inch melee? So 1-inch melee. So Boar is going to be doing his charge in over on Hemlock and try and take her out. So here we go. Boar has charged in. It's staying just out of the man. Not that matters really, but he does need 5s here. Ooh, so we need him 5s. That doesn't look great. So let's take all those out. So that's 4 of them. So we're going to come over to Boar, and he's going to be doing a momentous 3 damage, which is going to become 4 damage. There we go. And we'll go into the next roll. Boar is of course getting his berserk attack now, so now he's only got the 8 dice, and again needing those 5s. Let's see a few. Oh, we do get a few, which is good. That's 4, and with that, Boar is going to knock down this. He's going to knock her down. He's going to knock her down now. We're going to plug this camera in before it dies, and then he'll be making his next hit. So of course Boar is going to spend that influence, and he's going to hit for Hemlock now on the floor. So now we need 4s. Now we need the 4s. And it's not a great roll, to be honest. So we've only got 3 there. So we've got the 3, and that's going to be momentous 2 damage, which is going to become 3.
3 words left.
How many left?
3.
Oh, he should do it.
He should.
He should do it. He should. So now he's got his free strike, of course, and again needing those 4s, and he has done it. That is enough, and with that, Hemlock goes down. It's another 2 victory points to the Butchers on the wonderful scoreboard there. Any second. And we are, of course, going to get another 2 momentum from that. And with that 2 momentum, boy's going to heal himself. Oh, he didn't do it before. He didn't take off his 2 in the maintenance phase. He's not even going to heal himself now. He's not even bothered. Not even bothered. So we're going to go over to Union. So Union, we're going to try something here. Gutter is moving up. She's going to move 2 inches away, and she is going to hit ball. She's going to hit ball. Now, why is she doing this? Is he going to counter-attack? Is it worth doing? What's your playbook? So what are you trying to do? You're trying to get a chain grab here.
This is just a guy gone crazy. That's all it is.
Go on. Let's see what happens.
6 dice on 2s.
6 dice on 2s. You get them all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So what is it?
So I will do a scything blow, momentous scything blow.
A momentous scything blow. So you can do the damage on him. Yep. There you go. So momentous scything blow, doing some damage on Monsieur Boar.
1 momentum.
Obviously out of range there of Mr. Blackheart.
Now I'll hit again.
And you're going to hit again here. Using those 2s, don't roll any 1s. So you get him again. And you're doing that momentous scything blow again. And one more time, is it?
Yeah.
And one more time. Momentous scything blow. Of course, healing yourself all the while here.
Yeah. 4.
You got 4 that time. Scything blow again. And there you go.
3. So I've healed 3 on Gutter.
Heal 3 on Gutter.
2, 3. And then I'm going to use 1 to heal myself 4.
Yep.
2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to use 2 to heal Rage 4.
2 to heal Rage.
2, 4.
And it's 8-inch range, isn't it? That?
Yeah. So that's no momentum left.
Wonderful. So there you go. So is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough to stop the damage? We shall see. We're going to come
both
back.
On 13 wounds, and I reckon you could do 12.
I think I can do 12, yeah. But let's see what happens here. So we're going to go into the Butcher's move. It is now the turn of the Butcher's captain. It is the mighty Ox here. He's going to spend 2 to do butchery. So 2 dice here, needing the 4+. And he gets it on that 5 there. And he's then going to wander over, already pre-measured, 5 inches to there. I think it was there. Not really matters now anyway. Okay, and he is going to be hitting. Okay, so it's +1, -1 because of boiler and the cover. And I believe I'm tax 7. So tax 7 here, needing 4s. And that is very, very, very good. I don't think that was in. So there we go, that's 5 hits. That is going to be perfect in a lot of ways. Have you got any momentum?
No.
You don't have any momentum?
No.
So what we could do here is we could do, it's going to be 4, momentous 4 damage with a 2-inch push. And that push. Okay, yeah, this is great content waiting for me to make this decision. Okay, so I'm going to make my decision. Do I knock, this is the thing, do you knock him down? Knock him down, get him next? Or do you get your momentum? I'm going to make my mind up any second. And you know what? We decided against the 4 damage, 4 momentous damage, and we're going to knock him down. We think this is what's going to take him out of the game. So Ox is going to knock him down. I'm going to put that knockdown token there, and it's going to go back over to the Union. And we're also going to spend 2 of those momentum there, and we're going to heal Mr. Boiler. So the Union ain't rolling over. Lots and lots and lots of cerebral thought here. So we're coming in because Blackheart is going to be doing his Shadow-like. He's going to Shadow-like 2 inches to there. And then he is going to be charging, is that right? He's going to be charging, who's he charging?
Shank.
So he's going to charge Shank, and he's got a charge of 7, but he's got a 2-inch melee, yep?
Yeah.
So you are being crowded out by...
Probably can't, yeah. Fat boy. Fat boy.
Okay, so you are charging against Shank. I'm probably going to counter, I think. Let me just have a little think. So here we go. So there is going to be the crowd out from Boar, but not from Ox. I'm going to use one to counter-attack here. And we know that there are dodges and stuff, but we are going to do that. So you are -1 dice. So in total you attack 7 plus 4, is that?
Attack 6.
Oh, attack 6, so you should have 9 dice.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
So here we go. So needing 4's 1 armour. That's not great. Okay, so 3 hits. What's he gonna do?
Momentous 1-inch dodge.
A momentous 1-inch dodge. You do generate a momentum, but it's where do you go? I think we'll come back when you made that decision. So with that, Blackheart has now healed himself, so he's now on 9 health. He's on 9 health, very much sort of trying to protect Mr. Rage there. So we're going to go and carry on with the rest of Butchers as we come towards perhaps the close of this game. You're making it tough. You're making it a tough puzzle, but we should get that one more kill, hopefully, any time now. So we are going to activate Shank next, and he is just going to do a little walk. So he's going to walk up 3.5 to there, and then he's going to walk in his 1 just to get in there and be in the 2 inches. And he's then going to use 1 to hit here. Okay, so he is tack 6. He's tack 6. He gets 1 for Boiler, but -1 because of the cover. But he does get 1 for Ox as well. Okay, so it's going to be 3s. 3's no armour. 3's no armour. And that is a lot. Okay, that's 7. Okay, so let's have a little bit of a look at his playbook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so that's going to become momentous 5 damage plus another 2. So that's going to take me up to 3. I'm immediately going to spend 1 to bonus time the next attack as well. So let's do that again. So he's tack 6. And he's got the +1 and the bonus time. And needing the 3s. And let's have a little look. So this time he's got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, a momentous 5 damage.
1 wound.
He's down on 1 wound. We'll spend another 1. We'll bonus time the one that we just got. So same number of dice again. This should be the end. And there we go. Absolutely fantastic game. Really enjoyed that, mate. It was a lot of fun. And that is how the Gilball pitch is looking. So the Union have been taken down. The score in the end, he scrambles for the 12. And it is 12-2 to the Butchers. We're going to go, I'm not sure how to say what we're going to go to next. The dugout, the commentary box, I can't say post-battle back rep breakdown, you see, which I normally do. But a lot to discuss about that game. It was loads of fun, a real puzzle. So we're going to set that up now, and we're going to chat about how we found that game. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and we'll come back with a post-match review. So welcome to the match report for our second ever Abattoir away days. Butchers versus Union. I think it's the first time I've had a full game versus Union.
Yeah.
Let's have a little bit of a chat about how that went. It was an unexpected victory, I have to say.
It was a disaster, let's admit it.
It was the perfect storm for myself. So let's sort of talk through that game from the beginning. So from my point of view, of course, very aware of some of your threat ranges. I was a little bit chicken early on.
Yeah, you were. I think when you're playing against Gutter, most people know how good she is on her threat range of 14 inches, so people tend to be quite cautious. I was a little surprised because obviously Butchers want to get in there as fast as possible. And to be fair, I was hoping Boar would be on the halfway line before I activated Gutter, just to get exactly off what I wanted to do. My usual game plan turn 1 is to try and get a kill, a takeout, or at least at the minimum drag somebody in to gain some momentum to go first next turn, to get that linked activation of last first turn and first second turn. but with you being quite defensive, it made it quite difficult because Ox was right at the back, who was a nice target, pulling him away from the rest of your team. So you played that very, very well.
Thank you very much. It's definitely recognising those kind of threat ranges and what you're going to be able to do in turn one. I mean, with the Butchers, I found that if you're not receiving the ball, very, very tough to generate momentum in turn one.
Yeah.
Very, very, very tough. So you've almost got to kind of, unless your opponent is getting right in your face, it's quite tough to get right in their face.
Yeah.
If you leave Shank till last, he might be generating you that kind of momentum. Also setting up that potential trap there with Tenderizer first turn, knowing that going into second turn that he is effectively giving you such a good amount of cover, and that's really what happened going into turn two.
Yeah, well, that's what I completely blanked on with the Tenderizer charge. Is you place them well enough in the first turn that if I go first and challenge or charge any of your players that are within that 6-inch aura, you're getting that charge off before I could do anything. So it either, for a clever player, unlike myself, it limits who they attack, or if you're an idiot like me, you effectively wasted 5 influence on Blackheart by charging them in, and then you being able to knock him down and not doing anything. And then
that's what's great about Tenderizer. You know, the knocking down is absolutely phenomenal. But it's not just that rush keep. Very rare that you can get that rush keep off, and that was admittedly by yourself, just complete oversight.
Yeah.
You know, which might not normally happen.
I was just showing the viewers what Tenderizer can do.
Also giving me a little bit of credibility.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm ranked second on the thing. I'm ranked second on the thing. It gives Mr. Hotgate's gaming a little bit of credibility if I let him beat me. But you know, normally I'll put that to influence on the second turn because it is the ability to go in there, get the charge off, and get the knockdown. Which, of course, in this game, knockdowns are solid. So I was very lucky that you made that mistake, I think, and then that, of course, then caused a chain of events.
Chain reaction, yes. So yeah, the Blackheart went down. Well, by the start of turn 2, I'd lost over a third, about a third of my influence for that turn. So I was pretty much on the back foot from them. So it was kind of a bit of damage limitation from then, trying to trade a blow.
Didn't he? Did he have the ball? He must have had the ball.
No, Gutter had the ball. Because that was the thing. Because turn 1 you were measuring stuff to stay out of range of Gutter. The only way I could get her into range to chain grab was to pass her the ball and get her the 4-inch dodge, which
How
people
did I end up
often
with
forget.
the ball? It
was when you took. Oh no, Shank took it off her, didn't he? He went in to take it off. I think you'll know better than us viewers, but it's been. I can't remember. So yeah, that was just a chain of events then. But we were discussing this off camera. But what I love about this game is, in any other game, if you were to lose your captain or your leader that early on in the game, that would be pretty much it, game over. And it does feel like a big blow. It was a big blow for me. It completely undid my game plan, but it didn't then mean auto lose.
No.
Yes, I was down that turn, but
there were a couple of situations. So that Gutter could still have got off what she needed to get off, but we had that spectacular.
All the ones, the 4 snake eyes.
The 4 snake eyes was a wonderful moment, which, you know, that was going to make a big difference.
Because if that came off, Boar would have died, Princess would have died, Tenderizer would have been very, very low on health. So again, it would have been then up 4-2 to me. And it would have dampened the loss of Blackheart a little bit.
It certainly would have done. So that spectacular fail on the roll did wonders for me. And then it also set up some really, really, like, this was a fabulous game for us two as friends as well, because we spent a lot of that time. I mean, it takes longer filming the game, but we were chatting, discussing
all the different options.
There was it was a game of options where you literally, for each of us, we were presenting each other with about 3 different problems, and it was like, which one do you do? And I think that the key one for me going on to win game, in spite of what happened to Obelisk, in spite of the 4 dice, was deciding not to go and score with Shank. Recognising that he was probably then going to get jumped on by Gutter and Obelisk, Blackheart, sorry, not Obelisk. I've still got him on the brain since my 12-0 thrashing from Henry Kay. That he was probably going to get jumped on from there. You'd probably be able to go on and score, and you had 5 on
4 on missed at that. So and again for me, in hindsight, that was probably signalling what my hope was for the turn. Ideally for me, I thought that you'd have gone for the early goal with Shank, which would have left him open for Gutter to kill. I would have then been able to kick the ball out 10 right into Mister's path, who would have, hopefully with a lucky scatter, picked the ball up. I get to activate next, so that gives Mister where'd they go, hit some more for some momentum, score a goal, dodge away, and then again I'm ahead with points wise from that stage. So yeah, you deciding in the end not to do that and to be a butcher and to kill stuff was completely the right thing to do, and again undid my whole turn of influence allocation. So
yeah, it was a fantastic. It meant that effectively was influence. How much influence were you? You had 2 on Blackheart. You had 4.
So I had 2 on Blackheart, 4 on Gutter, and 4 on Mist. So you took 10 of my 12 influence out.
We had that moment where I was looking down and it was like, do I use the 5 from Ox to get rid of the 4, and then just with that little being able to just take that step back and go, well, actually
look at the whole field. Don't just look at those couple of models, because yeah, if you were to look at that from just in isolation, it would have taken Ox 5 to kill Mist, who had 4, which seems like, well, I know you're getting 2 points, but you're pretty much hampering yourself then as well. But the fact that then you look up and you think, oh, actually that then means Gutter and Blackheart do nothing this turn.
Nothing for the rest of the game. Everything else. However, the Union did not roll over. In the end, I mean, you made it. This could have been wrapped up a couple of hours ago.
Yeah,
It's loads of trouble going on. Because again, it was a wonderful game of sort of stepping back and chatting and looking at all of the options, and because there were so many. And in the end, it just came down to the fact that you just weren't going to be able to protect. You had 3.
Yeah, the floodgates had just opened at that point, and like you'll have seen, views, there was a number of occasions where I could have just gone with Mist and scored the goal.
A bit more of a reasonable scoreline.
Yeah, and that would have, and in a tournament maybe that would have been the right thing to do and take me up to 6 points at least. But in this, in terms of just trying to
work the puzzle out.
To give options.
All it takes a bad roll for me.
Yeah, exactly. If you go in to try and kill somebody and then suddenly I get the opportunity to take one of your models out and then I get to score, which was kind of the plan, that would have put me on 8. It takes it much closer.
It certainly does.
And with the blinds going off, made it.
Blind is superb.
Not a guarantee.
I'm really looking forward to using blind when it comes to a different series in the future. Fingers crossed, if you'll support this, that'd be wonderful. But hopefully be able to show off the outcomes in the future. So I hope you guys have really enjoyed episode 2 of Abattoir Away Days. That was great. That's our first proper game, and I really enjoyed that. I expect to see Chris hopefully in a few more of these going forward.
And 2 wins for the Butchers, so let's keep.
I know that'll come to an end.
Have you scored any goals? Did you score any goals last year?
No, and what it is originally when I was learning the team, I was using Brisket because I love the model over Boiler, and I was finding that they can actually do alright football-wise.
Yeah, well, I think the cool thing is that in this game especially, you did have the opportunity to score, so there is that option there available if you want it. But in this instance, the best thing actually was to keep the ball away from me and to just go. You were so up on the takeouts, just to ride that home rather than open the game up by giving me the ball and allowing me to then get more points. So again,
especially
decision making was the key.
And it's something that I noticed about the Union as well. Incredibly competitive. They're very, very, very good. But we both said it. They can be glass hammers. If you can get the right accumulation of things, you should be able to take 1, 2 of them down.
And again, remember that a lot of other teams, Brewers maybe as well, can put out the same amount of damage as the Butchers, but the Butchers were doing sort of 5 damage a hit, and it still took us a couple of hours, and me having particularly bad positioning and placement and choices to take them down.
Yeah.
So it still takes a hell of a lot. So if you were thinking about them against any other teams that don't put out that much damage, they can really withstand a lot. It takes a lot to take them down. If you're healing them up and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys.
Yeah, I certainly did. It was really, really good fun. Really good to catch up with. I hope we're going to get some more games tomorrow. So guys, as ever, make sure that you support us by checking out the links in the video description below. We've had an absolutely fantastically good game. I hope you guys out there are also having a good game. We're going to see you in the next match report for Abattoir Weeklies.
Cheers, guys.